Welcome back guys to your daily ARK Survival Ascended news update. Today there is quite a lot to talk about, all from the Discord regarding the console and new PC updates which is going to be on their way. This is pretty good news for the console, I guess, considering there has been quite a lot of a delay on it. So hopefully this can kind of make you console players a little bit happier building into launch. I've been really enjoying so far with PC, but definitely I do, because I have a big console audience, I do really feel a kind of, I don't know what it is, it just feels like something huge is missing when console's not here, and I do struggle to enjoy completely as much when the whole community's not there, if that makes sense. But anyway, let's get in with the news. If you guys do enjoy today's video, as always, make sure to smash that like button because it does really support the channel. Subscribe if you're new to if you're new around here, and if you do want to get yourself an ARK Survival Ascended server, I have still got the code Loaded Crisis, all one word, which gets you 10% off. And luckily, Nitrado have allowed me to use this code up until December, which means you guys can still use it throughout the console launch as well. Anyway, let's get into this PC new update, console sales. Let's get into it. So someone asked the question saying, can PS please release with Xbox by any chance? And Dolly said, it's not looking likely, to be honest, sorry. We'll update when we have more info. So when I first saw this question come through, I was really hoping for a positive response here. If there's any chance that out of nowhere PlayStation can release with console, but as of today, it's not looking likely. And I guess you just have to stick for the end of November. I do think by the Xbox release, we'll have a PlayStation release date. It probably will be right at the end, if I'm honest. I just don't know what's going on with Wildcard and Sony, but I guess we just have to hold on and wait. Yeah, we're used to the word soon, and we're also used to the word wait, aren't we? It's just, I can't wait to get all of this launch out of the way. I really can't. Like, it feels like I'm still obviously hyped for it, but it does feel very like broken when you're so hyped for a launch day and then all of this happens. It's not fun at all. But hopefully all console players will be playing very soon this month. And then moving on, so someone said everyone has a date but PS5 at Dolly. Dolly said, yeah, I hope we can narrow one down soon. I expect we can. And yes, I said soon, because as you know, we get the word soon more than anything in this community. Soon. But yeah, I just really hope we get that release date just as fast as possible, really. And then this is to do with the mesh exploit. So this is something more to do with PC side of things. And obviously it does benefit console in the long run as well. So Dolly said the QA are working through them. Programmers fixed a couple already that have been deployed already. We've just been focusing post-launch critical issues, crashes / server stability / memory / major exploits, but we're beginning to pivot more now, and there's a long list of stuff for us to work through. So I knew this was going to be a thing at the beginning of launch. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I didn't expect it. I said it in past videos. I didn't expect it to be the perfect launch. I did expect it to be a launch with all platforms, and I don't know why, because it's never happened before, has it? Maybe once in the past, twice in the past, but for like a big DLC or like a big, I can't remember any time that all platforms have launched at the same time. I'm going to need a drink of water. There we go, much better. But yeah, it's, they're working through them. What I am going to give credit, as I've done in many videos, to Studio Wildcard for the hard work they've put into the most recent patches, because they have put in so much work. They released 8 patches in one day the other week, so they are working really hard there. But I can completely understand from the console side of things that you just don't care at this moment in time. But I have seen a lot of console players saying this is good, because not on the launch side of things, but you know, we could have been in a worse place where Wildcard are being slower with fixing major issues with the game, and then the console launches, but then it's unplayable. I do feel like it's really important for when console launches to have it in a it's not going to be in a perfect state, but I guess as perfect as possible, because remember, updates take a lot longer to go through on console because they have to go through Microsoft and Sony always first, and you know how long that takes, as we've been experiencing that right now. Now, is Xbox gonna get a discount like Steam? And Dolly has replied with the big news. Sale will be available for the Xbox when it launches November 14th. I feel like this had to be a guarantee straight away with the launch sale. It had to be, because at the end of the day, there's been a delay. I mean, I even feel like there should be even an extra bit of a discount. I mean, maybe I'm being asking for too much there. I don't know, but you know, that's what I believe, really, because it's really, I guess it's hard because Wildcard do deserve to make their money for creating a great game, but I do feel like, I don't know, console players have just been sitting and being so patient, and it does feel like, but at least there will be a sale available. I know this doesn't say PlayStation, but there's no chance they're not going to do a sale for PlayStation and just for Steam and Xbox. So PlayStation players, I'm sure, more than anything, I know you're going to be sitting here worrying now, thinking, I bet you they don't give us a sale, but they will. They have to. As a company, they're not going to leave one platform out and like in a sale and the others will get a sale. That's just never going to happen. So sale will be available for console, which is great to see. And by the way, this sale will only last probably for a maximum of a month, because it's a launch sale. So you will want to, if you want to get it for that, I think is it 10%, right? 10% discount. You will want to do that on early access. Someone just said, please give me PS early access, lol. And Dolly was like, I'd literally give everyone early PS access if I could, with a little crying emoji. Because at the end of the day, what you have to think is, it isn't down to Wildcard. It is obviously down to Wildcard to make sure they've got a perfect patch to put in, but it is also, you know, Sony can change their mind, and so can Microsoft at any point. Anything could pop up at any time and they change their mind and the patch can't go live and the game can't get released. So that's pretty much where they are. So you do have to understand that it isn't always Wildcard that, you know, that this is down to. Yes, maybe it's made them learn a little bit more, because a funny meme to make is in the past they have said, we've learned so much from the older launches of the game over the last 8 years and ready to give you the best experience ever. I'm not saying they haven't done that, because the game is way more stable, of course, than it was. If you guys ever experienced the beginning of ARK Survival Evolved, well, that was something. That was really something. And I know the official servers are struggling, but they're getting there. They know how to fix things a little bit better than they did in the past. But wow, I just really hope. Really hope something just happens. And something else I do want to cover before we get into the next slide is I see a lot of people in the comment section saying, Dom, you're definitely getting paid by Wildcard to make them look good. I do not get paid any money and never have by Studio Wildcard. I would love to be paid by Studio Wildcard. If Studio Wildcard came to me and said, we're going to pay you this money to keep quiet and make the game amazing, would I take it? No. Maybe if it was $1 million. No, yeah, they've never ever paid me any money. I literally just speak my mind, and that's how it's always been. And that's how it's always going to stay. I make my money through commissions on servers. I make my money through YouTube and any sponsorships that I do. And as I said to you guys in every single video, I will always be honest with you. Obviously, I'm not going to say this is how much money I'm making, because no one wants to say how much money they're making, do they? But I will always tell you guys if I'm going to be making money from something, because I just want to have an honest thing between us. Me and my subscribers. I want it to be like the most honest place ever, no lies, as it always is. And anyway, so just wanted to cover that. Studio Wildcard do not pay me any money. They should, by the way. No joke. And anyway, then they said, will we actually get the Xbox version on the 14th? And Dolly said, we're currently on track for that date. And then just an update on the Evo weekends, guys. They said, are we going to be getting them every weekend now? And there are no current plans to make it every weekend, and no, not if I can help it. So it won't be like the end of ARK Survival Evolved, where we were getting them like all the time. They will do them, but I reckon to be honest, like console is going to have like a constant Evo event for such a long time, pretty much, because they've got to catch up with where the PC are. I did read a comment earlier from someone being a bit cheeky, saying me laughs as console players have to catch up with my tech, and I was just like, oh, this is just not good to read, is it? It just shows you how far ahead people are getting. But you know, it is what it is. I'm sure PC players are rubbing their hands at the fact of all new people joining onto servers on console because they're going to be behind. But we're waiting to find out what this percentage of the rates that console are going to get to catch up with PC. I don't know what it's going to be. I hope it's got to be a lot, because they have to make it a lot. So, there's so much to catch up with. So we'll see. And also then we will have Extra Life on December 2nd, which I'm still not understanding how it's working, especially with PlayStation being so far behind. They're going to be hopping straight into like a times 12 with Extra Life. I just... everything just seems all over the place with the official server. I keep needing to drink water. I had some of these crisps and it just keeps getting stuck in my throat. But anyway, that is pretty much everything to cover in today's video. The main topics being that PlayStation will probably not be launching with Xbox. The mesh methods are getting fixed and the QA are working through them. There will be a sale for console on launch. And they're currently on track for the Xbox Day, and there's no plans to make the Evo every single weekend at the moment, but console players will have boosted rates anyway to catch up. So that's the main information from today, Tuesday. Next week, if I'm correct, is launch for Xbox, right? So what is it? It's the 7th today. Yeah, so next week is the launch of the console, of the Xbox version, if no delays, and then we'll be on the road to the final platform launch of ARK Survival Ascended on the PlayStation, and then Switch players probably in about a year. I don't know. Thank you for watching, guys. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video very soon. See you guys then.